ayisi oma wo mo kwan ema allegedly ema wo mo ekọ akonta mining concession and minerals commission di ama wo mo so ema awura numu yi ekokotu efom agudie ewo akonta mining concession so na obi bebusa se ye de concession amame ewo midimu na mesi obi nkotu efom agudie wo so a bone ben Attorney General say saade nu etia sections 41(1) and 99(2)(b) of the Minerals and Mining Act. Emrane say yema concession a untimi emfiri wupemu enna ne ma obi se wonkoye so adwuma e wo mreko a ministry no emma wo approval.
Happy FM 98.9.
Sa kwadu ya ena Attorney General edebo the second accused and the second suspect ani din eye Kwame Entry. Oye director of Akonta Mining Limited. He is alleged say ononso similarly oma enipa bi kwan ema wo mu kodidi Akonta Mining asase a Minerals Commission edi ama wo mu against statutory provisions. Kwadu ba kwa ye san so de abo wo mu eye corporate liability for unauthorized assessment. Nyina ne say we eye charge a wo mu de bo Akonta Mining Company Limited nankasa. Ono ne the third accused unim say every company ewo personality utimi sue company no company so utimi
Happy FM 98.9.
It's Attorney General at the directors of the company any company nankasa na kodina court. The first two na me boss no charges no ekotia directors mienu no. This third charge ekotia company no eye Akonta Mining Company Limited. I don't know yet the third accused. It is alleged this company no through the operations ewo Samra Boy in 2024. Emma mining activities ekọ so ewo ne concession so a minister a approve. To we say charges ni nyina similar. The fourth charge Attorney General ede etia enipa miensen eye purposely facilitating unlicensed mining. No, under this count, Wontumi is being accused of deliberately
98.9
facilitating mining operations by Henry Okum and Michael Jedu Eyisi. Ewo mreko a saa nkrofo no omu ni license bia se omu betu afamu agudie. Inti baako ne se wa assign ade a yede ama no de ama obi a wanji tumi. We ne se ye bo kwadu se wa hyeda pa. Se obema illegality akoso ewo concession a Minerals Commission de ama wo. Ne etosu num enso ye purposely facilitating unlicensed mining. We ekwatia the second director, the second accused person, Kwame Entry. Enti the same charges ene edi abo wo mu nyina. Chairman Wontumi ene Kwame Entry. Send reports ne kire no Kwame Entry no ase ye wunu na kire kwan. Ena company na nkasa. We ene kwadu ahodo Attorney General Dominic Ayini edi abo Akonta Mining and its directors. It's interesting, sir. On this occasion, the AG himself, ena okojina mu ewo court, a prosecutee chairman Wontumi. Yamano 15 million Ghana cedis bail with 3 sureties. Don't forget, sir, police foreman police inquiry bail 1 million Ghana. Ena okojina court so court amano 15 million Ghana cedis bail with 3 sureties. We any nkomo a free court ene after chairman want to me and then a lawyer for a court.
Happy FM.
But chairman want to me
98.9.
asem so ne say sa charges ya ye de abɔ ne nyinaa no. Eyade a onye boni bia. He has pleaded not guilty to sex mining related charges nyinaa. But charges what I said here. Ne me kenkan what I say me menye lawyer ntimi nkyira wase. E puso ahoma no ne lawyer for akasa na o ma kyerɛ the essence of these charges. Emra na attorney general gina so. Sa charges we ne ye kyerɛ mu sen ye ni nkomo ye mo nkomo. O ma Facebook nso a akwanya no wo hɔ a obetimi akyerɛ wadwene ɛwɔ issues ahodo a ɛda ye nimu ene awie enyina da. Na mekai wo so sɛ ebebie lines na ma ɛkyire na ode onso nkomo aba beto so bi na ye di san komo yi ye kwa homa no so na ye ne lawyer Bill Graham edi nkomo na yakosua de na waboa ye ama said ye legalese law brofu ya yakenken omwa na onsani mumayen na yentimente ensem na se lawyer Bill Graham otimenka Happy FM sunie memo
Mejo so
ewie boko de
nyame adom boko
esi nsuo na topa minim so okuma se na abankran de a
esi a je bo kuma se
ene mi se ho de nto nsuo so to okuma se
gusu to gidi
wow ene akran so de gina mu pa
and ekoya nationwide rain
downpour nationwide downpour me sure so what say ne chema wontumi kopie mu court e ma attorney general the 6 charges e na abono e chire no so attorney general in fact chema wontumi a lawyer for pre-bail e me amano 15 million Ghana cedis bail with 3 sureties na me ne metie for pemwa kakra sa 6 charges ya ye de abono
Happy FM 98.9.
ase chire sempa assignment of mineral rights without approval Bakonso a corporate liability for unauthorized assignment. Ene ne ekeka ho. Adama boyene ente the enormity of charges yase ene ne epachirepa.
Okay. Jadi kame chia phone na ne studio phone na. Chade waka no. Charges na yedi abono o hwe charge sheet na nipa men kan se bienu chama to me ana nipa ba ko kan ho a chese tin je watia na naji ana company a ano so e fe no akonta mining company limited na he charges here yeli na ebitia person na say wojane no any company a friend akonta miner na charges ni na no one to fa yedi kind no can broadcast as signing of mineral rights without approval eyemre mu no se ibema to me se ebeka se mine and I say to a good year also fa process this so na ultimi emit certain requirements na say the sa to me no mawa right, mineral rights in the Mawa. When you ho kwai sa won so what the ma obi wa bra 1 year approval I'm free the appropriate quarters. Please say why the ma no you went through certain scrutiny, you went through kind of certain procedure including meeting certain legal requirements. And untino obi fofo ntimi meje wa bra nipa no so yenye the background check who am I go through certain procedure. And untino quite don't be no stress. It is alleged not supposed to say why yes I did and say a man of mineral rights. I'm a right, and also the amount be Wabra to me. And if the friend of Henry Okum and Michael Jedu, you see. Sana almost Susu more alleged say yes I need pay a concession at the ma a contaminated no or more about the 2 a good year ewo wa abra oman koji approval and free Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. So, in fact, the manager say approval and it should be in writing. And in yes, Oklahoma Minister and another verbal wakacho say, and sana approval and rebellion so no. There was certain legal requirement. Also, meeting and sana amount of approval no. And untino, the only a quadru bakwa. Yade abo a year Jabawun to me, and then nipa or can of friend Kwame entry. And then the my friend or contact mining company.
And only Pachotuaso.
Yeah, also be a monster.
And that last and a bet to us no. Inti patch say the Unya mining concession say be a me makwa apply for mining concession. Na Minerals Commission the amame so asase we na ubetu so from a good year. Say bribini na mintimi nkutu a na obi ebetimi akoya mintimi nka nkyere nipa ne se asase na me ne de ama minti wa koso ne koye so adwuma. Ejise masan ko minister ho ansa na.
Ta pepepe. This is what minister ha minister and so happen so ansa na obetimi aye. Ntinya se odo din akoje na we ya de ama obi a so obi a nya de ofe so da bi.
Yanto asonko the next charge a womo e de abo chema wontumi ene mu enchirichiri mu.
Okay. And the charge I can't be able to know. And I say, I hear chema to me, and then nipa o kano ho. And then the Juma ko e friend na contamine. Also I high and I say, Robocast and can say, I'm not facilitating. Say, I'm SC, and I say, I'm not shada, because a purposely facilitating or license mining. Say, I'm one him say, and fans will be only to me. Obia only to me, like yeah, mining. I'm on a mass, any pound coin. I just, my baby, a man nipa only to me, saying, Kaya mining, why mining? I know nipa me ya nipa a friend of Henry Okumne, Michael Jadua. At that time, now, I'm more lady say, I'm mining or a contaminating concession. No money, the requisite license. There's a minister more license. And you know, I am more alleged say, the own to me, and then I a Juma Kua friend of contaminating, and then nipa can on no born to you know. I'm on a ma home quine. A man said, if I'm meaning, ebe two a former good year, number mining, while bra omuni who license. Shastan it yet, yeah, now it's here, a man friend of Minerals and Mining Act.
Now, corporate liability for unauthorized assignment in Edia there.
Yeah, corporate liability, just say, and some remono, you will nipa me. So for custom, you're a natural person and you're an artificial person. Natural person, you have a nipa about one. Artificial person, Kobia, nipa bi, Ediaba, and Ramon, you who say, or nipa. They say, you can be company. Say, a agent, so baby, a Kobia, a friend of company. That company, no. And Ram, you who say, or nipa. And you know, and also so no, nipa or you know, and no ma, you ever said natural person bits me, you know, and no man of crime man, or also to me. Aha. And you cast a corporate liability, just a percentage, and can you hear the crime? Crime, you buy money, so what to buy money, I buy one maybe now, what she should know what to I am ra. You find the say, Tiaban. Now, Anka nipa jum den ko beka say natural persons nipa ba on betimi ayesa na nso sembremu no ye wo under certain circumstances aye artificial person friend company no also so yetimi hold liable say also what to emra na enam say artificial persons you know aye natural persons and take a decision. Directors of the company, no, and as our corporate body, no, on our subordinate.
Okay.
And you share charges you more apart from say, you hold do the individuals liable, no, yes, I hold do a more company liable, and but their liability in a way will also come to a more natural persons, no.
Na sa mame hwe charges no we mu ase it's about the same charge and yasakra ni kakra we assignment of minerals rights without approval na wasan ba be baby to say another charge say purposely facilitating unlicensed mining and yet the same thing attorney general can.
Okay. Sometimes with me two and a more back now Tom Rabbi
okay
Ghana say it is alleged because as it stands now no you more for
okay
and you know they are presumed innocent. And you found say and I said they are two also say Omet to an amobi na sana mono ato emra thousand minu the social it's almost emanating from the same action. But Rana to me different. The kind of say, I'm my home crime, but to me, a diama or the amo before. They are also on say, Omo boa, ama obia only license. So, by mining, wire mining.
Okay.
And to her first one, assignment, you know, Omo assigning, any bear mining, now mining activity, yeah. But, men can say alleged actions, you know, it has brought about infringing on two separate, if you like, provisions of the law.
But here, to say corporate liability for unauthorized assignment, Emra Attorney General Regional Sono, sections 14.1 and 99.2b of Act 703 as amended. The same section, and Attorney General Edesambo Kwadu say purposely facilitating unlicensed mining.
Also, corporate facilitation of unlicensed mining now. You know, it's under section 99.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a corporate body. Not liable. So, corporate body, a company. And I'm saying also an artificial person, you know. Also, I any higher, and that's what Boama will be our only license. So, I mining, wire mining.
98.9.
But I'm you know, artificial person, no, I a natural person, and now offer the movie, baby. So, those people are the directors of the company. The directors will be held liable. Sometimes the company at the corporate body may be fine. But the directors now, a company no cost they will also have some liability.
Sir, charges charges mu odu charger and charges betimi de obi akopia fiase.
But I must say I have not averted my mind to the exact should the law states or say nipa you will go forward or no.
Hello, lawyer.
Hello.
I'm saying me lusu kakra. What say emrana can be what I'm saying.
I'm yet to research and find out the exact punishment. The
assumption.
Assumption Brano Casayam Fama will be about to Samra when the
Okay. All right. And ebe na what research no ahwe honom na wabeboa echire. Na yetimi nso asua de nso ewo honom na mekai se enra chema wontumi call CID for no hono omoma no police inquiry bail and before the court omama no bail 15 million Ghana cedis with 3 sureties. Sa 2 bail conditions no police for the no ne court no so de amano no ni nyina ye adwuma at the same time wana said den.
Okay. In the first place, the new court is normally say my police and baila. You know,
lawyer, how many munya cry? I say you show ne having what network no so.
I said yeah.
As I said, yeah.
Okay.
What's the amount police inquiry bail?
Is solely at the discretion of the police.
Okay.
That is police if no omunya say mo no omutu mi mo no and on be condition naka situation naka say okay ye be mo sa be no na say ye charge officially say aye what say ni so say why yeah do ba officially no you are now in the hands of the court free police if one seven.
Okay.
And it's all free police if one seven about court and some there the first was our court no you are under arrest, kind of 20 or say amount bill. And it's our first bill in judgment. You say court bill no never judgment.
Okay. And it is also said, sir, Chema won't me and Cassan some more than not to stop list so. Just won't mean to coin free or mine anymore. And Mammy Busa say a offense a cassia pie warranty and the Montu be sana.
Okay, so first stop lister. Before I do better stop list, you know. I said, Bill, you know, your bill, na situation say. I will say, Uma court, in your move, and now you be the Bema court, I convinced, say, anytime the here Obeba, and now simple, anytime a police here will be Abeba. And now I'm saying, I buy a money, you know. From the day I bet charge you, say, why I'm for so ABC, you know. Only that freedom, so you do baby. If we say, what you be, you do what them. If we say, you should say why about maybe. And until say, court prosecutor no any fear say, who you be who bet a journey from my, who bet me two coin from my. They can say, oh, passport, and now what visa, and he him say, are likely. That ube free of my emu, and yet offense no per se, and a very determined over to stop this on our for the name of if there's any reasonable suspicion, say we will be able to make to free of my emu. No, Johnny said, in now, Emma won't go through the criminal procedure and trial. Anybody, there was a reasonable suspicion in now, and bet me, I do what place can be to crime. The immigration.
And then I mean, Busa said, what will be 15 million Ghana cedis bail with 3 sureties? Ne a year risk is so bit me a granting what my bail conditions na den sano 15 million 3 sureties. Inti so what meets our condition, I don't want me to coin. Send you Ojani over fallback.
Good. ABR here offense, no. Now here Ghana. Now, when you power can say, yeah, ABR, that be a Yanisika, or bet me at that's the cano. No, I said, Johnny. Yes. No, I said, Johnny, you know. My case is baby, condition is no inclusive and independent to stop lesson. ABR, and do the magnitude of Chama want to be there.
Oh, okay.
And you know, depending on the individual accused person and the circumstance.
Could it also have been informed by the fact to say the second accused, the second director of the company, were Johnny did that?
It may be a bit in Swabasa, I no can home. Bit in Swabasa, I no can home.
Lawyer.
But before a court bears, now court to say convinced, say, we will be away to your journey. If we walk around, yet major passport to all. But you see, my case here, it came out any public or passport verified under this biometric error.
How is that possible?
That's the next question. I remember saying in that particular case, the judge made an order to summon the director of passport. So, Mebusa didn't see any public, which means
5 passports.
But the reality was that he had that passport. And you know, so the passport back to her, unrestricted. And here, there's a need to put the person on the stop list.
Interesting.
So we are waiting to monitor the movement.
Now, say a airport on Kwan if to Kwan so.
That is true. That is true. There are a lot of places you won't go through main kind of formal process at your own airport. Wait to me, I mean, we know our borders. You don't find proper border control. But the presumption is that at least stop place now. It is safer than if you don't have it at all.
But for you, sex charges when your charges are yen trivializing no. Usu say emodu pa ehu.
Yes, I would say so because the courts have said they are now by money the case will be any. And to look at the magnitude of the offense, I mean the charges, the issue of mining and the era we are in, especially NIPA, emphasis of our signing is our mining in the we need to know. They say they are classified as, let's say, unlicensed miners. And, what did they do? Did they cause any damage? And then, what Galamsey and illegal mining is doing to our water bodies. And as we speak now, issues of illegal mining are very sensitive and serious. And any offense related to that, to me, it's a serious one.
Now, it makes me wonder why the likes of Henry Okum and Michael Jedu AEC, Attorney General, and prosecute woman so with charges or the bebo because one, omu need license to mine. Two, omu need concession biya yediama womo. Yet they were able to mine. Attorney General abo wonu mu a womo ma womo kwan no ho kwadu. Nemomo no wono mu a womo take advantage of sa kwan no womo no yen charge womo bia eya sa na ekwana.
I think this is a very legitimate question that you have raised. I want to believe that the Attorney General is under preparation. They are very soon. They will test their charge because I'll really be surprised these people will be left off the hook. Now they only pursue Jamaun to be in the company. I expect the Attorney General will pursue those people as well.
But ideally, say Anka, the charge must come with all of that. Nanka a comprehensive charge because the offense is the same. They are all interconnected, and they did the same thing. I didn't think young prosecutor when no one sign especially when we are dealing with the situation.
Sure. For all you know, the Attorney General has certain legal challenges in here, but legally, he can do it separately, or they can be tried at different times. But I would have been said I do think but I believe the Attorney General should have a reason why but no, I'll be surprised at the end of the day those people will not be brought to face the law.
EpaHoaDaben.
Lawyer, if I'm community and I'm now say in Chichimu, what the amayen, I mean, I take charges, ya say, a mudra at a duo, and said ye, Embrano eka efa home. Ye saw in Chichi, na bibichiri ajunia wadama, ye besamba naso.
But that's it.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Bill Graham, a lawyer ni or a private legal practitioner. Ewo Ghana ha ono ena waboyen amiate ensemunu nyina ase
baby onim say first na ye binumu ye shedan pe politics ye say politics for no manyo made ntomunye ba na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye bebo ama oman na akosro na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama oman na lawyer for nyina pon akofia koda nyamishra.
In reaction to Sankomo, Yaman for Chiromajane Pa, Wuntumi can go to jail easily because of these charges. You don't have the right to transfer a concession. And this is coming from Mr. Nyame. Na men sanko back to messages no na mentuan sem no so ade abegu na men kan kama all reactions bia to nkomo ya onso betimi dia ba na majibre akenkan dia ma obetimi nso dia fa WhatsApp so na eno nso mahwe na mapemu aka e dia ma wo WhatsApp line is 059-405-1145. You want to join us with your thoughts, your comments, and your views? Yawaha, ebejibre ni akenkan ni nyina e de ama wo. Na Manuel Jesse said, good afternoon, BB. So what happened to the D-levy? Now this government has moved from committees to civil society. They are playing with our minds or reacted to the president meeting with civil society organizations. You know, Piaga, also stop Galamsey now. Mr. Mahama, watching you live from Achima Safo. Piaga, Adriani Enfriho, Henry Tito Jr. And also said he's watching us live if in a residence or Cadwell, United Kingdom. Cadwell, United States of America. Yada Sibebrene also message adiaba, and you have an emoji. I want to believe say you are commenting on the legality and all of the issues. Echegu efa chema won to me the prosecution no ehwo Musa Yusuf Abatwa said, now we can clearly see that the state institutions are working. Anyone who falls on the wrong side of the law must face rigorous scrutiny and be made to account for their actions. The prosecution of Chairman Wontumi and Godfrey Dame is a step in the right direction. The law must work, and indeed, the law is the law. Greetings to Chief of Staff Julius Deborah. Enge Shama Abase, movement for Johnson and Zeni. Among 4 year permutations, be how. As the movement for Johnson, they say doing Ketian Zenato. It's a combination never had there. Zenato Rollins, General Mosquito. Anyway, be possible in politics. Well, Enge Shamaba, thanks for sending us your thoughts. Also, it is loading. Now, Sekendi Takrade, to be precise, I am ready for the movement. Also, bet me about now what the messages about. I mean, call WhatsApp so now messages are there about so me can come out. This one is from Chumberima. Chumberima said, Bibi, I will watch closely what will happen in court, because we all know what happens in this country when the big fishes are in trouble. I'm so atrochi I will say Yebetri Musa and so Enkusiaga. Where is Atoforcing and Jakpa today? They are off the hook based on technicalities. Bibi, I will only adopt a wait and see attitude. No celebration yet. We if we Chumberry Maho and Odiaba on our WhatsApp console. This one is from Yusuf. Yusuf says, Chemawun to me is in hot waters today. The law must work regardless of whether you are rich or poor. It's about time we prosecuted him and all MPP people mentioned in the Professor Frimpong Boateng's report. All right. Thank you, Isa, for also, you see, for bringing yours. We used to say, okay, well, and you're related to this conversation. I think, say, no, you're back in which this one by from Henry. Henry said, Bibi, if President Mahama really wants to fight Galamsey, he should let it cut across. There are people in the NDC today who are busy doing Galamsey. Is he going to be bold to prosecute them as well? What has happened to the Awowin MP? Has he even been reported to the police? Bibi, we are in this country. Our motto is freedom and justice. Where is the justice? Well, Henry is asking. Na Musa so dibia ba on WhatsApp or Musa said, Bibi, you asked a very important question. Where are the two people who are said to have been permitted by Wontumi and his business partner to mine on their concession? Why have they not also been prosecuted? Or they didn't commit any crime? Musa, I was also wondering why. Because we had charges now, Yabo Womudin directly. And just so you know, charges,
98.9.
Allegedly, Chairman Wuntumi and then a business partner, any Akonta mining, Emma Henry Okum, ena Michael Jedu AEC, a crime ma womo ko concession minerals commission, the ama omo, Emma omukutu mu from a good year. One, enipa mienu no, Henry Okum, ene Michael Jedu AEC no. Womu ni license a yede mining po. Nankampo omwenya concession. Enso uhwe charges ya yabo womu din womu se womu na enam womu so chema wuntumi mu atomra no. But those two people no yemfa womu nyina mranim. Se yese chema wuntumi ena wode ni tumi ama obi kwan so onkotu fama gudie. Na in the charge I identify say onipa no
98.9.
oni license impo no dia mine ena wakwakọ mine a sa nipa no kwadu ba ne de bo no. Because ye nyina ye nim the definition of galamsey. We need license to mine. We need concession bia ye de ama say mine. Na enso wo mine wo ye galamsey. So clearly enipa mienu yi per charge attorney general de akono. Galamsey no mo koyeye because omu ni license, omu ni approval so mbe ko obi asase so omu kwa kutu for magudie. So why have they also not been charged? But the man Renfi say Kwame Entwi ono enso ye a director of Akonta Mining Limited. Ono de ne da bontene ne se asem we pie ye eti jana ojugu bye bye okọ as a minister bina
98.9.
minister bina o ese o mabie mu no
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
ana
in terms of Ghana, enya de ye wanwa. Aban fufro so baye ma MPP baye. Omo data ne ade ade ni omo di tuja. There was in fact a number of public engagements. When we na political parties ni na di hu nkomo bi nti some we pie and the MPP so it is not lost on them. E de ne ma se aban fufro ba o pese wo san konachi na wo say o hyaase fufro. What informs that in your estimation?
We are now going to see and someone called Fakafi Kitchen. Galamsey is the backbone of political activities in the country. You even say a bar, how we arrange to fix our people in the system.
Okay.
Matisse, a friend is saying community mining arrangements in a politicized. Party be party baby. Galamsey, the coalition against Galamsey, me tackle track or different level.
Okay.
Now, many colleagues view of Bia is Bia with them. Bisa almost say on the hillside, explain to me what's the difference between small scale mining and Galamsey. They were laughing. More district, difference. They call it a book. The answer they are told you are constant say, my mouth this side here, one man last is on Fanyajuma. They don't say a couple of Galamsey. They are revoking for contract. Here they go for Fufukugumwa. We are just reigniting the old stories. I am familiar from the coalition against Galamsey can or say yes, stop it all new awards. They revoking all the other legal, illegal, the infrastructure to go from Yenjaini. They said they were because they all know and yet who I know who video will be more in a hint.
Yeah.
Our this video to buy a party chairman, what party so we think carry.
Okay.
It means he it's so in an echo. The who stands to one night down a baby and I didn't want my say and read. It's local Giano who do Guma, both are Gimmick a second. That was a forest site where the Diago food is not correct. Or say no. So neat. And I want to call for more video. Now, suddenly, there's so more for side or see. Or Nimia, but I'm telling you, the country almost a ba, Umba, yes, MPP, some Yamawan, Umaba, more than 6 months in it, and to move chain. It's all cookie castani, my name, getting it away in Abumwa. There, that reassessment, to me, the ABI, who is at fair and who can we take away and put who there. That's how I see the whole thing. And it's a particular Kogalam fight, Nadia, but so and yet stakeholder engagement. But it's obviously
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
In terms of Ghana, and Yadia Yawa. A buying for Frosso by MPP by Omudate,
EpaHoaDaben.
Well, I'm facing some slight technical challenges. Na me pese me de interview bi am ye fagalam say hu ba. Now so me say technical challenges kakra. We'll bring it back. But mon come ho na yenchia Ghana man pani ne mana ha manadwo. 11 past 4. 11 past 4. I'm getting a lot of distractions and instructions as well. Technicians, mumba resolve my manager, enkoyenim. Na yen come ho na yenchia Ghana mampani. Emran so say yeni e mampani bedi nkomo.
EpaHoaDaben enti kabi. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mampani enewie oman Ghana ese memfa enchia emu ohwam enchia emu oduro ene ne emu ode enfambrawo ejidi so ho ye woni ye mampani nti da bia se ne ya meka no woda yakoma so yakwa ekotodwa ni mu ne bompa ya ye kaiwo ye mpa bo ne se ne obo wo bo bi no ebehwe wo so ne ye sane ni musu onyum firi mu ne ye animguase onyum firi mu because animguase Ghana anim aguase wontoto ye ene woniema a odi agu akwan mu se engina na mfa so amre oman a eyeyen omanfo ne ebre aya wode ubu mani you wambu ni you wo esgracia eye assured wo perform you one perform you obi anya opportunity so beto so ababiem.
Happy FM 98.9.
Into to you a person ankasa de sa wo pa obeka say there is nothing at stake obetimi de ato a flight mode na na musa, but that is not who you are say ni enimo no sane say what the pobi na to ye trim amagana fo ato aba ne de amawo na ye mpai bo ene ya de srede ne say obo ade beboa ma salvation abam na reset na wo kan no ebeba so mampani ne wo mu ni say ye bompa ye ni wie ni ati ye ni a no kure pa na eda o man nanimu no yati ye ni wie a eno na hweyen ti ye bompa ye na wie aka amen aka adwuma mampani na no fiada woni civil society organizations Asia na woni omuhia ye no enkobo so
Happy FM 98.9.
ansa na dwumadie beba so metena radio yusu busa se enkomo ben biem abagalam se edi empa ene esan koka biem, but of course ade ba ko a ema democracy edimu eye o kan bi na mesuma kan bi me kire madwene na so a kire wadwene This is a creative platform say yenhia na enwenwene asem ho a eye. It fosters democracy, it enhances democracy. Ema no baba e no koso, ema manfo eyi nsem free omobo. To that extent, no problem. Say oto nsa frɛ civil society organizations say omombra na enwenwene nsem ho. And indeed, I like your approach. Now no one asofo hia. The other time, only nsɛmtwerɛfo hia. Friday, only civil society hia. Eye. Bia next time, only dwadifo be hia.
98.9.
Guta, AGI, exporters and importers. I'm sure, say, it's in the pipeline. It will get there. Kasa ne ye. Demo mampani, nyamie num no krennie, sinupi, no krennie ba akope. Nyatepe de kwakwe gaskiya guda kadeni anokwale e komepe no kure wo mu a wose e ka kire wo mampani ni se enye kasa de hia e de solve Ghana problems enye dialogue no ene hia e de si problem na ye ka ho asem galamsey no enye no. Cause no kure wo mu pa mampani ubaji atumu ni se eye kasa ni adwenkyere nko ade a ya tworo textbooks be ne wo ho efa galamsey ho solutions a ye hia de be si galamsey anokwa nyinada.
Happy FM 98.9.
Ghana for free nkoda akopem nkokora ne merewa so free wo mo tebrofo ni wo mo ntebrofo efi ahemfo ekosi kromafo wono mu a wo masua de akwa akire a wo mo ti sansem yase obia kire na dwene kwan a emfa galamsey mfa so timampani no kura wo mu no ene se yese ye pe solution to galamsey a enya another round of yenkasa biem yeni nkomo dialogue biem. This nation is tired of the talk shop. Ye de yano asolve Ghana problems nyina enso ye nyina di ho dance ye say problems ni afa kura na no aye dene echenkane eno na mpanimfo be ka kire say wo de wano edo enwre a ebi nwo enti yemfa ya no solve problems eye action and ye de solve problems.
98.9.
Mpani eno ne baako e wo se ye ka ema wote ase because ye nyina ye nim said ye Ghana ha moye mo politics me ka mo a enya mo as NDC the political class abai bia nya tumi no betena konwa so a problem na ye nim deda no a ye nim kwan e wo se ye de fa so no ni asensi hu nkonwa na yesa shebribia asefoforo akwa ese bribia mu no e wo se obitiminya political points efrimu because mampani you are not new to galamsey. From 2012 to 2016, wona na Ghana shawunsa. Mampani we are aware. Se galamsey ntokwa na nkasa no, se ye kan baabi a ntokwa no ye sha se pa fi ase se ye kon galamsey a eye under your watch. Your Mahama part 1. Excavators a yahihie e hyase ho ya mahyibi pen. Se yenchichi nkrofo machichi bia. Dialogue, national dialogue from 2012 to 2016 as President John Mahama. Your government led a number of national dialogues to ensure say obi ade na adwen ba ma ya fe kwan e befa so edi betu galamsey ase. Na Akufo-Addo baaye Ono nso betutu anamo ahodo.
98.9.
Ono nso yes wo reset galamsey asem no into ono de o say 2 years ye bani obia we a small scale we a galamsey we a hwan nobody should mind. Ye wie ya ye bie ye asen ye bie mponche no gidi obia tisi mu ekotu bi eyade ne basa ema yes be share another round of national dialogues and conversation ase at different levels. And I will always remember this: the last and the biggest national dialogue wa galamsey happened under the NPP. Sa time no na the lance minister then Abujina po oko Asante hene ho. Oko ne dem kwose ne se na ye to safro ba esre wo ba enkototo bomb ni ade.
Happy FM 98.9.
Na so ba e no be kae. Eno okesi mwanimu se mo amugu dem ha nyina galamsey munim hu bi na munim mo ye ebi te ha. Mo atumi ni kura mo amubetimi asi galamsey anu mu nyina mo odem ha. Ahemfo, police, military, politicians. Inti si yese no kura pa ye pesi etu galamsey ase a KNUST hall ha ye tie solution ni nie. Ye disa nkomo we nyina. Civil society organizations enye ne na wo mo hyase se wo mo de wo madwen kyerɛ ba ekwan a ye mfa galamsey mfa so. Inti ene wo hu eye me wanwa say Deputy Chief of Staff Standogbe ebe responded harshly to Kenashigbe in the manner we on social media. And I'm wondering, me dwene ho amenti ase
98.9.
Mampani assemble nie. Civil society for now frɛ wo mo no omo sade ba akopɛ no mo hwɛ a declaration of state of emergency e wo ba bia galamsey koso. Omo be hia wo no omo anya saade no. Nkyerɛkyerɛmu a wo de ba ye ne sɛ wo no wunye security expert. Enti eba state of emergency a enya wo na be sori ase wo ko declare se National Security Council too fu say asem na dum pempenso a wo say declare state of emergency no mo ka say ya wo beye timampani asem no wo san chia na ne wo pa kira ka kira Ghana fo nyina ne say wo mampani ne ade oman na hye wo nsa de oman ni gold oman ni nsuo oman na sase oman no emu nipa ne yenda a chia hye wo nsa no wo de ebesi na wonya hunu say galamsey no edum pempenso a ekuye na etu ye free asase we so agise security for na ka kire wansa. That is what you mean. Say as president e di o man na hye wonsa no devastation na ekoso birth deformities na ye hunu ne experts ne ka ene waban is multiplying budgetary allocation to the Ghana Water Company because quantity of aloma omu hia omu de be treat yensuo no ene wo so moto more ene kra they even saying say they must buy harsher chemicals than the omu use no nyesa wo mutimi treat nsuo na nipa mpo atime use. It is cost to us. Mampani real lines are your work akra na nkredi ani beto so no nso galamsey fu adidi o bridges nyina ye bubu no. Ye major rivers are dying ebi de wu
98.9.
ya divert ebi mu na mampani me ka kire mu we ebi a edani bedunu na mu wura afi because Ghana for mu short memory babunim ne ye tu yankasa yamna nsuo obo ade boye okire nsuo ne kwan nipa da sani sika eni anibre ni adufudi penti ene yen rivers ahodo enam oman ni mu no ya divert bebre kwan ya sisi bebre kwan na dabi beba nsuo bi beto and Todabako, about Tobaya 3 days. Now, a toa. Since your name Tonkrine, about to talk across the country. Now, in Suyika Siebesi Manwemu, the rivers will arise and will be looking for their path.
Happy FM.
Now, rivers in the soil now almost show more coin or body a ball to home no more who are. A coin beer, what will be now, what will be for the Atiniaba Pudimuno, or will be fast our coin so. Mumfa and a date into her. Sagalam say, now ye can want someone what the year a good year at the year politics, at the year voter, Mubelusu, at the year young Crawford by Yebetu, at the year young dialogue, young Kasa. A Debbie Baba, yet the name Rikabe Janian free or my way because we'll be anyone who Benya baby did in the The rivers and the streams will be looking for their path. It will be a national disaster. A disaster of being who obey because we saw it along. We saw it all along. We saw it coming. We were digging it ourselves. A Debbie Baba River Tano Behene Quine
98.9.
Now, oh, a queen beer will be near Biobefaso. A Debbie Baba River Yensu, a Behene Quine. Now, oh, a queen beer will be near so a Befa hospitals mu, so a Befa police stations mu, so a Befa schools mu, or Befa Nkofofie mu, or Befa market. A queen beer will be far or the be Pia Punimuno, River Yensu. River Densu, River Brim, River Tano, any insure hodwa akasedi ebunkutu ajinada be sorry so mo hwehwe mo kwan. Na won be twia fire so. Your Land Cruisers will not survive it. Your children will not survive it. Your households will not survive it. Yenyinada will be affected, including the very vulnerable. Yenyina sada ni dua. Insuo ni betwia fire so. Na mampani mi buso. Oko Western region.
Happy FM 98.9.
I think it was on your thank you tour. Your description of Galamsey ne say it is now a national emergency. Enya me Bismark na ya Brown and me cancer abrofo no. Mampani wo na cancer abrofo no. You described the Galamsey situation as a national emergency. Timampani, o person ka kire me say, sa national emergency na o kan no, it took the security people to tell you ansa na wo hunu ana. The call may not be say you declare state of emergency. But question is say, Mampeni, ade a wo ankasa we describe no as a national emergency. Ususu say anamo a wo to e dia respond to sa national emergency no. A measure up to problem na yete ho na na. In your candid opinion, ko wo ankasa wadwene mu na tena sinebu sa ho.
98.9.
Mampeni, as far back as 2013, 2014, now you're president. What's in a helicopter? You flew over Chebi. As far back as then, your description of Chebini say, a backyard of Galamsey. Me no ni ho achinye na me up to now, me ya. Sa ukopa ho acha because of politics. No kura na o kan ye no. As far back as then, 2013, 2014, there were schools e wo Chebi ade didi ase. Nkofo feature ni etu Galamsey. Galamsey edidi abakrom utra helicopter mu say hey ne yeye Ghana asase nie enne makwa hunu headquarters of Galamsey. Mampedin uja hokoye 2016 wakwa samba 2025 problem na uja ho no say agensem
98.9.
ama wo say a national emergency. And so your man penny no your commander in chief say or the force ebe si sa de na no kwan a Eji say ye tunifo. Security for tunifo se won fa force nko ansa na ode akọ. Ti mampani se sia ye te he, oman ya ye ti mu se sia yi. Ede empa ne action amode ku galamsey. Aye kire se moni abri se mutu galamsey ase. Ade a mo fa na national emergency. Mampani ene one of your appointees Eduji Tamakulu or the MP ano or say some years back Ghana had to import about $11 million worth of insuo. Ene what they are call a pass.
Happy FM 98.9.
Oh baby I am the bola goose ne ban me can bola goose abrofo niema o ma yusu mattresses ne sink ne toilet bowls ne ade ankofo yusu awie na oyom de ba no eya monko he and the people are importing water from America, from UK, containers ne eba no obehu mu na ye de imported water ka ho. Company, are you telling us to say Uye campaign na wu crisscross Ghana, uko galamsey areas, ni wudi hunu ye no, enti jisi obi aka kire o se ade na yete ho no eba beku yen ansa na wo wahu ana. Yes, you are not a security expert, we agree. But threat na confronting ye no, mampani ji se wako military training. Ansa na wo hu se babies are being born with deformities.
FM 98.9.
Ejisi wako military training. Ansa na wo hu se ebedu bribi no yenya potable water mpo. Ebedu bribi, and it is even here already. Adia nanka magane sika kese pa ye koko and that's what you ehwan because of galamsey. Timampani we no no ejise security for catcher say agent someone san na wani abre say and the muntu me funa me fa action mi nko. Sa asem na kan no very disappointing. Especially when one kasa what describe this national canker as a national emergency. We have a national emergency that does not warrant a declaration of a state of emergency. Timamimu so say anka foreigners be
Happy FM 98.9.
Burkina Faso phobi, Ivory Coast phobi, rebels be ena anka omakwaji a part of Ghana aboso omukure tuo, and it is happening in some of our forest reserves already. Omakwaji a kura bi aboso a obi antimi nkɔ hɔ na womo ye ne womo pa to this extent to a man penny be civil society for akwa parliament Jubilee House say momra ne anwene ho kwan a rebels we ye betu omo so sa. We are dealing with the same kind of problem. The people who are doing this are terrorists. They are turning themselves into rebels. They are grouping. Now, no, you see, Ashanti region. Papa bi ne neba, omo free mining site bi ba. Nkofo bi shia womo a. Monfa mo gold metal detector machine na mo de call bush no mo fambra. Omo robi omo agye equipment no mo de kokko check asase no so. Eye penchen etu akasa ya bo papa ni tirimu tuo ne ba nyame nko a etu eka no enkunu odayaresabia. There are places in Ghana ene mapenu sis agisi ya ka kire wansa. There are places in Ghana ene galamsey fosi wo mo ankasa barrier na omudu ho omasi wo mo ankasa checkpoint omudu ho no mo a almost scrutinizing Crawford. An immigration officer shared his experience. Or say, or call the duty point. Baby, obefa kono. Odu ye na galamsey for SC checkpoint. Ekura torchlight. Ekura tuo. Or no immigration officer, he had to hide his weapon. Odu no catch them so they go in duty post or they go my duty post and they say okay o de besinko.
Happy FM 98.9.
President say a Jesus security for ne to the fu. Say on declare state of emergency and sana waye. Ti mampani ne ekwa ehunhunu ye. This country is under attack. Minia Haruna Maleba shared with me. Adie mi hu yanka me de ma me nkrofo mo de to so ma ye nyina ye hwe bi. Amaliba Enra shared with me aban anamontu a watu so far about Galamsey. Na me share pictures ni bi. Hey. Places named forest reserves. Adane asase prada da 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 da. Places that were once upon a time thick forest. Abaina ankasa aerial shots, drone shots of government. A painting a desert picture of a place now once upon a time near Freno, a forest reserve. I'm pending to say enkudu level bayan san ye hu say our nation has been invaded. And I wish somebody had asked that question, say, or benchmark for deciding to go with brute force. Because I say, ye na yehu ne say ade na no ayedin o ye man panin ni abam paninfo ne security couples no omomu hu ne sa. Enti question is say just say a do level bayan san yehu say we are under attack. What level?
Happy FM 98.9.
What level? Rivers ni nyina nsi ai omo pese Ghana waterfall beka say now Ghana river beard one more eye wholesome enough to give us water. Mo pese ye can no answer na. Mo pese Ghana Water Company treatment plants nyina ye shut it down. Ansa na mahu say yete asem ho ana. Mampani mo pese a national disaster flood the kese ensi wa man mu nyina because of amana hodo a yetutuo, and come to think of it. You see you fight Galamsey. We arrest people and yema womu nkonkwosiesi asase de back. Nti ye dien. Amana yetutuo nyina ye jare saa. Rivers are diverted. Ye nye ya dwen say ye san chile river no ne kwan back. We are arresting people. We are seizing excavators. But the destruction is going on. And the ones that have already been destroyed, there is no attempt to reclaim those lands. Timampeni mibusa endu da ben enkosi level ben. Mo pese mo sori na mo ti say enipa 15 ewo ntonto krom because oma konom poisoned water ansa na mani abre. Mampeni, we have lost 8 people. 8. Enipa 8. And omo nye nipa wa. One of your confidants, a man close to your heart. Ya huri ewura nom awreho to Ghana osumdum Ghana. Enipa 8 ebin sida. Na se no pokra mama mpani ani ambrea. Ghana for, are you getting the picture? I just said do level bear and san ye who say baby I yedi iti akwahye no ye gye ye ho enye ye biem
98.9
level bear na mampani pese du Galamsey asem no o pese du hi ansa eja nto ma animu ansa na because you see ebi ana wo de nkrahan na da bia wote enti no untu kwan kwa kire nkohwe ne ekoso okrum. But that reality is not lost on the president. He campaigned, he went to all the villages. Baby Galamsey koso nyino ko ho. Into reality na think na unhu and the president saw it. We have all seen it on TV. Who our social media so. We lost 8 people. Our rivers are gone. Our forest reserves are gone. People are being born with deformities. In Kraiha, yen vegetative cover, Tiwa forest.
98.9.
It is the only hope. And nona a supporting crime when strong winds are coming from the northern sector. And then, so strong winds in the northern sector ba forest ahodwa anka ebe slow in framana ahoden nyina eni hobiem. Na down from a kasiem from a bonne bebo. And ye be hunu abro yankasankasa ye di ye ho. Hey, Timampeni say, eji se security fo na tunufo sa asam na no aye den ansa na onu hu say ade na no aye den. Yet the same man says Galamsey is now a national emergency. Amefa we ntwa to. Ampeni wa point is no.
Happy FM.
Omo kasa yi. Nanu ya na mobile power o. Nanu ya na mobile power. 10 months muni e wono. People in government must develop the thick skin for criticisms. Uchumu time will criticize you because the country is not for you alone. It is for all of us. An important voice in the fight against Galamsey, and nobody can argue, say, Ken Ashigbe. He rallied the media. He himself is a media man. He rallied the media. And now, watching civil society fully back together. I am surprised that the Deputy Chief of Staff, Stan Dogbe,
Happy FM.
today in office, Ebeka se Ken Ashigbe, Eye MPP, Ejuma, who started calling for a state of emergency in this country. This Ken Ashigbe and his civil society organizations. So that time, we DC in all power, MPP in all power. One of the reasons in MPP lose 2024 election in that humiliating manner, their handling of Galamsey. Now, dear Bakwe, lose kesiye any in somewhere Ken Ashigbe and the likes of the civil society organizations, Ekaye and the pressure they mounted on Akufo-Addo Aban. And ne say ni pano ekoshia mampeni ewo Jubilee House together with the colleagues.
Happy
Emma
98.9.
Ofri ho no mo ofri ho fiada memene da kwasiada onam ye frɛ wo saying simpa takwa de takwa na ekwan ho pɛ wakɔkɔ hu sɛ ye tu Galamsey na wɔkɔtwerɛ to social media so sɛ mampani ade ama behunie MC yo wo ho police commander wo ho ahemfo wo ho mampani awosam frɛ wo mu nyinaa na mo bɛkyerɛ ne nti a yɛyɛ Galamsey wɔ kwan ho pɛ na nso so mo take action. And the best response, Deputy Chief of Staff, at the mass, papa no. And he said, ne MPP niyama na woye no, ne colored advocacy na woye no, ne waye no ho se woye enso so odipe political points no, wonyai. And ne a Deputy Chief of Staff and John Mahama kachire say obi akwa hu say Galamsey koso okwan ho ema waka enti nipa no is dwelling on negativity. Really? Ah, 1 year mpoma ena bemben na fi asiefu na na. 1 year mpoma ena pride aseti insa no. Who is the biggest beneficiary of galamsey politics in this country? At the last check, the NDC won overwhelmingly. And NDC for nyina beje atumo di ho dance say near civil society for year work on man we between October and December worked for them. And now babemu that same civil society for hunu galamsey and they are talking more show mo MPP atade. And are you sure you can succeed with this attitude? Mampeni, 4 years per now.
Happy FM
4 years per now. Leave a legacy. My Kyle. It is not about your henchmen and the things they do. It must more be about a dimben awuja or minor. In what state are you leaving this country after 4 years? Let that be your concern. And save this country from what we are suffering. Save this country from the obvious ditch we are headed for. We didn't need Bismark Brown. We do Ghana.
Baby, when you say first, now you have been shut down politics. You say politics for no money or money and your money. But namumu ebinumu nti enyina ni agi say ebebo ama o man na akoso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda nyamishra
98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie enie Emerena so my guests are seated, but I want to cross over to the phone lines and engage one more enumadi nkomo as well. It is time to hear your voice. 055-156-3916 055-565-7278 maybe a phone lines in the summary. You want to join me? Ubetimi aba. And come on a doorson and I heard a number of issues. A chairman to me has been slapped with 6 charges together with 2 other persons. Meka persons na me pachre a director of the company and a Akontam Mining Nankasa as a company. Na semutie nkomo no ye ne lawyer for kasama o ma kyerɛkyerɛ charges no sɛ ne etie ene emu duru a etie enya asɛm a ye didi agro. But I've also been asking say enipa mienu na ye bo wo mu din sɛ wo mu no mo ma wo mo kwan so mu kutu no aden no mo de ye prosecute wo mo. And lawyer for kyerɛ mu say sometimes you can begin the prosecution and add on until omo ogidie say the attorney general has plans to deal with such people. And of course, galamsey nkomo yi na no civil society organizations is here the same bebre akoba. But then nkomo on social media the observation done by Ken Ashigbe and the response from the deputy chief of staff in the NPP. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia gidi wo your campaign we dey be piem wo Greater Accra. A Greater Accra ha no na someone say mo bia nkofo obi bone meso ami o media menimu ni asem ti se obi wo mi team no ne mo wasem a one ne nkoka danu du a me hwe problem no ne nkoto abantia me yedi nkobo ne mo nkomo. My very first caller is here. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pachodini baby Afrifi.
Senior citizen.
Hey, Frederick from Angloga.
My big brother, how are you?
I'm good. How about you two?
I'm also managing, my brother.
Mauta.
Akwene Mau.
My
greetings to Madam Akwene too.
Oh, she will hear.
I hear. My brother, you are true citizens of this country. You don't play politics on one side. You always hit at where there's a need to call on, that political party or government to do the needful. That flat, my brother. Arresting Chamawu to me will never solve Galamsey. Galamsey is going on under the watch of John Dramani Mahama. And he refused to chase his party folks from the bush. Must they destroy our water bodies, our railway, and all the energy sectors, electricity pool for Gridco before John Mahama woke up that he was in opposition
You know the solution. That the solution is to declare a state of emergency, to arrest the Galamseyers. Now Galamsey is becoming worse under your watch. First time in the history of Ghana, I never witnessed Galamsey destroy railway before. But this only happened under John Mahama. But their communicators who go on radio and be throwing that into the eyes of Ghanaians.
Frederick.
Are they serious at all?
Frederick.
Is this country sold to John Mahama and the NDC chronic? My brother, that's like we are very bitter. They say Akufo-Addo is not good. But you cannot testify how Akufo-Addo put his presidency on the line. Even to the extent, forming Operation Vanguard with the military. NDC said, no, that is not how to fight Galamsey. The people who claim they know how to fight Galamsey, today they're in power. The only thing they want to do is to arrest Kamaun to me, send him to court to cover the operation that is ongoing currently under John Mahama's watch. His cronies, NDC members are destroying the forest and water bodies. They refuse to go after them. The only thing they know is Kamaun to me. Taflache, it is raining. The thunder will strike, and when it strike, it will strike on the wicked. Thank you.
Frederick, but I'm sure you're also aware that Galamsey has destroyed more than railway lines in this country. It has even taken lives. Into railways, the agrobimpo na yedi. Me and find your politics at all. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Nyame adome ho ye na we.
Body be ani yakwan.
Yo.
So na etuto.
Udini baby afrifi.
Udini Sakura. The mouthpiece of Abdullah Central.
Sakura Garnet you.
Mami ya chinje kao. Mami fa kujetia. Honorable Julius Zebra. Ibi, Galamsey asema ye kan ho asem. Oh, sometimes we say yenye the politics. And so if you move politics every who can one young NDP MPP who can say as a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
The problem solver. And can you be called from what he report to you? Why would I end it? Then from what he report to you? Why am oh, sometimes I don't know if I say solve problem. If you send on come, anything I hear see. We look at a bill, excavators 400 and something up FIFA. So behind him say, yes, Galamsey excavated. And you cry and come once him. I brought you know, cassette, a bimu, acquire BBC, oh, I a present land. Then on Mukai. And then Minu Casane come what in Bibi. What evidence Fabra won't come, Nina support. And you say, Casacate, oh, way we say, my body. What evidence Fabra said President Mama Debeye Juma and I said President Mama and Fanny Juma. Oh, our evidence say NDC ni ye Galamsey. Bibi, why wouldn't ye happy FM? So that's the nearby us. Would they find NDC penny say, or ye Galamsey there? Yes, or yes. No, would they yes NDC supporters to be
okay, so without even going far, our win a handful. Abo omo MP din akase wo ye Galamsey. Omo akampo se wo mo pen wo omo asase no so because of Galamsey awoye. Ye ho den.
Bibi, utie anopa mo chodu.
Mitie pa.
Say utie me voice, yeah.
Me to voice.
Yes. Bibi, ye nye bias. President Mama Enshushem. Say I'm passing. What is the President Mama? Was track record move. Prosecuting near or noon for the idea.
Now, when him say, I will win MP the end by Ansana, a kind of saying, Yamimu, you refer mu to Yoku. As a basin, I will win the end until once.
Maybe it's your air course with Nebois.
And now we win the and I will win the and Chini Panumpone, Akasa, and I inviting him.
And you can't pray. President, appointed yeah, bias. No more yes,
okay.
Bibia the say wo with your prosecuting Ghana na ye penny you and your political party.
No correct. Sakura me da say. Oso betimi aba na ya kire adwene ne edi nkomo. Wo baby a me ma kwan na waka adwene. Hello, good evening.
Baby.
Hey, queen of the airwaves.
Baby boko there.
Oba de adome ho ye na ene de metimu se wo ho ayedin pa. Se wo ho to.
Oh. Me hu de me photo mu na enye me photo ma ye dry.
Ah. One pa.
Baby, aye nwa.
And key communicator say there sanka by now there.
And see baby me take bi ma me last me catch say me per small phone na me de be free radio. Me touch na me de free radio de bia. Me ka some me expect say penyi bi be sia ka say Rose be small phone me no kran for na.
Oh.
Baby me touch na me de free radio. Take bia me free bia touch na me de free. Ese no obi na ho me mobile wa to bia ma me.
Ye dana say
Baby, yeah, is
but say on pa ba.
Oh, me mpa ba e kra. Me nim say me de wo mu amensa beka.
Me to dey be ante say o so call I say the kingdom of God suffers violence and the violent take it by force.
Baby, ye ba pa wo nim say omo a ye nim omu contest ka ya ye campaign am no. Wo from omo mfa.
Normal.
And obekọ omo ho. Ata so to me call office guy, catch what a penny ni ho so no.
Normal. Na say game we mu nim dey.
Me better me to say bia me say stress for na me chi openyi for so. Bibi.
Rose ye ne nkomo.
Ma ko se 20 a bibi.
Ye ne nkomo.
Catch when it was almost shame no nyam kakra wai.
Yo, mate omo tie.
Mate me da say. Hey bibi galamse asem ye dey head o.
Enye easy odo.
Galamse asem. But okunum so ye din so. Unim de enche beba.
Amen o.
Enti mame mbo minister na ba so okukunde. Yesi ya yankofo no be to fight no enye me nwanwa. Hana bisi sorry a oye juma no ya ye collect di kasatia no radio so. Se de enti na ochichi nkrofo. Ochichi nkrofo amutu galante. Enti baby I say obia gide obe di hunku omunju o man na efe no. Omunju yensio na efe no. Omunju assassin na efe. No kofi omumbenya aye omuhu tem no ono ana omuju. But me straight select John Dramani Mahama. So okuwe beba foma ahifo. Ena ese oma nene komo so. Ahifo assassin ye omu die. So galamse fo ankomo ho ankosra. Omu makwa mu rap forest. Ata na obi be rap forest abibi ye gunsa ansane ama okwan wako. Ete ho ifo na ese mfa tabotu omu so. So hini bia wo koso 20. Ye be hu se wasiasia na wunchi ase no. I say in Chile 10 years, 20 years.
Now MCs no mujina homa president ne. Police commanders na 2 minutes show munsane.
Bibi, police commander assassin ye ni dia o. Assassin ya info dia.
Assassin ye oman ne dia. Police ni wasade ne so obi se oman dia. Obeche no.
Na se wa hu so dia ni mensa ya chi wo mu. E wo kan say site bibi. Se hu ye.
Emi hu ye.
Omo ayese omo ko bo hu ba no no. Omo bo nkrofo no kro no.
Ade ekoso.
And this is I say bibi. O my bon dey say he say Selesi John Dramani Mahama anfa ni na ansi from Galamsey so a. Bibi, ebeji yensa.
Eno ane masem awie. So anfa ne na ansi from a.
Oh yes, so anfa ne na ansi from pa o Galamsey asem we hu ko. Tisi akose Ghana fo ni nya ye bedi nkwa ye Galamsey because yensu na efe ya sasina efe no ya rena se de ye hu bi da Ghana onu na ye hu Galamsey mu. Enti me sre NDC penyifo me sre mu. Mo fa mo nan se fom ye na Galamsey no embrace maye na yensu ni ende enti maye.
Anya sa dia ekwa mo fa so ba power no sa number fa so akọ because Galamsey is a national matter. Who is here? Hello, good evening. Okay, I think this one is okay. Yeah, the best here, me fa call so no ABM, me fa very last one, all right? Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pachodini baby Afrifi.
Yes, I'm Mr. Kofi. Mr. Santa Maria.
Mr. Kofi Santa Maria. Inshona to ho.
Good evening.
Inshona to Santa Maria ho.
Aye.
How should they show ta yiri pa o?
Enyeze.
Na mo ye safe there.
Oh, baby, me what there, I don't have problem.
Okay.
Mr. Bibi, you know something?
Tell me something.
I heard from one of the sister stations, a caller, saying that if Tom Hammer should stop Galamsey completely, then we will have sleepless night.
We'll have what?
Sleepless night.
Sleepless night.
Yes.
If he stops Galamsey.
Yes. Because
how so?
If they are saying that if they haven't got anywhere to do and they have to eat, they must find ways and means to make money, and they will rather turn to the big men in town in form of armed robbery.
You know what happens to armed robbers?
No, but it is like since this armed robbery matter came, this thing went down. Armed robbery goes down a little bit. It goes down a little bit.
But by what research are you saying this?
No, I am saying that when they are saying that if they haven't got anything to do and yet they should leave, they must find ways and means to eat.
What were they doing before? What were they doing before Galamsey?
You see, if I understand them, it is like now this every year these school children, students go out of school and they don't have work to do. The population is rising year in, year out. Do you understand? So for me, if I understand them, if the government couldn't find anything for them to do, if they haven't got anything to do, surely that thing can rise again. Because when I came to Accra first, this armed robbery was very rampant. But from this 2017 coming down, it appears some areas they don't suffer too much. You understand?
Yeah.
So the government has to find ways and means for these boys to get something doing.
Okay.
But just to leave them, they'll start crossing major roads in Kumasi Cape Coast and then attacking traders. And for that matter, I am appealing to the government to make sure that he has to be careful so that it will not turn into another thing.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks for your thoughts. Meda was a 7 phone lines wa friend wa bechira wa dwene e won koma hodo ayedi ene ewie so. It's time to turn to my studio guest. Ewie with us Enkansa Obri New Love, or a former aide to Dr. Kofi Kunedua Preku. Okay, Akomadan Tomatoes. Also a member of the NPP Comms team. What can I say? Kwaku Mawuli Nanegbe, a member of the NDC's, in fact, National Communications Bureau. Waje Nedja, Citizen Atodadzi, a General Secretary, Emma GCPP, Danlate, ne Domestication Party. Gentlemen, Emma Mwajuma Mwakwaba. Bokodie.
Adum.
Edobadi ase. Nyame adom nsumo ho ye pa.
Last week you ba na odi ha.
Code bi your code ni ma program no. Code bi so mi mu a atweme a still kra no. Afi na me tete me ho kakra but nyame kan ye ho.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. New Love.
Yeah.
First time on this show ni.
Second time.
Last week you were here. Oh, okay. Numadro bi media madakura.
Yeah, no, I check it. Yeah, say the time COVID time no the near year
okay.
COVID in call you. Any how what you say back on the pandemic in man ko ya nti.
Banya easy.
Wanya easy. Anti oko nipa mu sa na ya.
Yeah. I think so nose mask no. Yeah. I would say anyway. I think so.
And I know say me call or he be was on so gin hu baby. And I'm catching and say COVID and no man ginger and lime on normal.
Any cloves, no pepper and sanya mana. Yeah,
COVID didn't call.
Yeah, CSA is here with us.
Yeah, it's here with us. Indeed, Yana, Mommy, here.
Citizen, Bakope.
Citizen,
Bra,
Rabbi Mitchell.
Mafio,
Masudama.
how far?
Oh,
Yamiasi.
Na a Maminchia, Mimping fans. In the Melbourne, me catch me flag bearer. Last week, this year, EpaHoaDaben.
Yeah.
Okado him into me catch him. He was excited of all coming.
Yes.
Mr. Henry Lati.
And
No.
Only
Danlate Junior.
Danlate Junior.
On the last election contest.
Henry no.
About
you say be brave. Okay. Yeah.
We are gentlemen.
Oh yeah, they are.
Munya
Koku.
Kuku in the rose na some ken mfanye juma.
Also came in manu.
Na ukuna krane de wo de.
Na me ka make so ono amukura wo hu no hu ano na.
Bibi.
Me koye adwuma o baby wo. Na we had an agreement. Say after a certain time or so more Emma me bibi. Na my hair time na twem ma. Ana m ko na manager ho say Jack come on idea no time na so. What's what you walk home, man, and in Canamia, and me pen crefa, mamma. It is a no Quabacas and now the old son will be anywhere. If you want to judge, man. Said I won't manage our dream here. And maybe see here. I don't want to pisca. Oh, Jano. Yeah, citizen.
Bibi.
Minia.
President Mahama, Minini Nyasemu. President Mahama, Miyu Nyasem Bia. Nambum Galam say Asemi. Say I'm shin ye. Oh, how on pew. Because it's a ways number Bibia Wake.
A foot to na a for the man and I don't know.
You understand?
Maybe I won't be who yes,
there be
Judine.
Inti say ya kasa oye de President Mahama yin wasem. Yin wa banyin yasem.
There be.
Nembom galam say asemi. It has come to a point yan hwe ne ye ya bibi nkrofa wo won wo ka chem de now these galamseyers are forming terrorism groups.
Yes.
They are forming groups because when we dey wan hwe ne ye ya e be di wodun kunyim. And if we don't take care and money goes into their hands because can we want sim?
Oh yeah.
They have the money.
Yeah.
And we are still pumping the money into their hands. They'll have more money than everybody else.
Yeah.
And they'll be calling the shots.
98.9. Who's the President Mahama nyere?
Minini nasem.
The President Mahama who say, "I am me na me wo ballot no so. Enye obia enti ebia obia ye hu hi owo me campaign no. Mamma ne hu hi embetare me. Me no ye ni asem o. Me no mo ye ni asem.
Oh, Bibi. Bibi. Oh, that's it.
What's it?
And you may add
so be any answer.
Obi asema.
Na minu ni answer.
No, as a citizen can say 5 tape about you.
Tape na me boy. How na?
And that be there have me.
So be any answer.
I know obi asema wa asema.
I know the problem ni ho. Problem ni ho.
Inti yesren. Ame anapem kaka obi there. We don't need a political party manifesto to solve galamsey.
Yeah.
We need a national plan.
A national plan.
Inti woma ye nyina yen commit to Ame as a general secretary of GCPP. I will commit myself to a national plan to fight galamsey. Any politician who means well for this country, I'll put all your patriotic also on commit to a national plan to solve this galamsey issue because baby are waiting. Why jinsim? First, yes, I'm sure about jinsim. Since why jinsim? Maybe it's scary.
The president is not seeing it all.
It's scary.
Also, I know you are trying to on taking action obey.
It's scary, and you see the posture in there because we are comparing it to the MPP government. And I do not mambu mobeyenti. The kaka binda was say hey. But I always say that if our benchmark in dealing with the challenges of this nation is the past 8 years, then already you are failed.
Yeah.
If we're benchmarking now, then you are failed because if we said that was better, we felt that was not the best. And Ghanaians demonstrated it beyond every reasonable doubt. That they were not happy with what it was. So that should not be your yardstick or your benchmark. So because Onye president nyasem. Onye MPP nyasem, onye NDC nyasem. But the major issue that can kill everybody no wasem. President Kase also we need everybody in this fight. So if you need everybody, it doesn't lie in the mouth of government communicators to come and tell us there ABCD you've come to meet a challenge. In order on board, no. Let's talk about this is what we think we can do to help it. What do you think? If we all agree with it, let us work about it. Let us work towards it. Bibi, share 9 months as somebody working. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Yes, they might make some inroads. And there was work with the Western region info.
The same arrest now.
They will create another one.
Yeah.
We should find a better way of looking at long-lasting solutions. Galam say adi or you butentim but we are always developing ad hoc measures to solve an entrenched problem. Nti yeso kwalugu twa ho. Iba wabase wadwa kakra. Ya baso kete kakra. Na yeja.
Eja dere ho. Na usuro jare nti. Oye ya ukọ echire kakra no atunsu no adwane. Ukọfọ echire ha no asanto kakra no adwane. Ensujane da so da ne.
And
agbaja. Eko enu no aba ochi.
Na ekrubi so example kubi so say and I dey pra. Na wo mamre ba besa wo kru. Him do say obeye wo ye. Nti obi so da wo na en mo no ye na so left no mu a na so
right no.
Nti odu gon wo eh so onyo no ye wo no.
Odada no.
Edwin there re ye wo mami. Sometimes that's what we might think. Ye ko bush ba ya ko ye setting arrest e butwa videos abetran and a lot is going on. At the end of the day, it's not about political party. It shouldn't be about that.
But for people like the deputy chief of staff, it's all about politics. Obi criticize abina na obi ko hunu bibi no ka. Na che said because enemy wa be mu nti nipa no oye opposition ni.
In fact, it's not just only him. Maybe ni position in Tina.
Nezo
Ken wa be de godam.
Yeah.
And I had a back and forth with an NDC panelist on the show. Or making a statement. I was just correcting him. He thought I was coming at him or whatever. Or making statements there. Airline were passing to allow illegal miners to go into the forest. I'm saying, no, that's not the intention. When there is a law, sometimes airline tells you the procedure and how to do it. Yeah, Minerals Act, no. Want to go into the forest because the concession is in the forest. But there was no way, no plan, no procedure as to how it is going to be done. That was why the LI was made. Yes, Article 146, Chief Justice Nidia. The reason why many of us are calling for an LI is that the law is just there as to how to use that law to remove a Chief Justice. There's no... It happened interpretations and you understand? So sometimes LI always explains electoral commission. But LI not check the regulations for that. All these things. When we do that, we won't solve the problem. Because when we speak, it's not because I'm speaking for government NDC to lose election. Right now, it is all of us to commit to it.
That's right.
Then enough is enough. It is about the issues that we are going to confront and deal with. Because NDC for a galam say MPP for a year.
We are little.
NDC for NPP.
All right.
Other political parties.
Exactly. Media people, religious people. You know, so the reason why I was talking about NDC and MPP is that you people are the one making it partisan.
I'm a fight in Iodine.
You understand? Because my yes, yeah, it's quite kaka.
More licenses searching. We more licenses in there.
Exactly.
Let's deal with all the subjects. Inti Ankawonian is saying no. If you can touch a bit on the two other topics, Chemawun to me's prosecution today, and I've been asking, say, Banisena, ye charge Chemawun to me, and then the other director of the company and the company. Say Omama will be a only license to mine. Kwai ama wa mine concession ye dia ma wo mo no. Omo dia ma nipa no without approval from the minister. The prosecution or the charge mentions one more ye ma wo mo koye sa de. Yet omo nka wo mo ye de o makogina mra nanimu no. And I've been wondering why. A bit of that, and then you can touch a bit also on the MPP, Dr. Baumi, and then we'll go around the table.
Unfortunately, I've not really followed this situation. Okay. However, it happens.
Yeah.
If you cry people, you can't identify them.
Okay. But when
you know them, but you can't identify them.
How does that work?
Oh, yes. Maybe I mean there a cuckoo, we BB. But at the particular time, I can't find where he is.
Okay.
And I wouldn't want him to delay my processes of doing whatever.
Okay.
But I know him to match it. You understand? So I can deal with that whilst they still look for him. That could be
sure.
That could be the reading the charges man. You understand?
Yeah.
So it could be. I've not really followed this. I don't know why that is the situation because
but
for me,
your expectation say we'll get there.
It should.
Okay.
You see, sometimes I am and prayer. You see, sometimes with how prosecution goes, April Kakasembia, it's not even. What's up? Major concession. I'm not the same person who goes there to mine.
Exactly.
But whoever goes to mine must have a license to mine.
Which license? Staff.
Okay, so
what
appears
license?
That is the reliance of the Attorney General. Say,
that's why I'm saying I don't know what he's sitting on. You understand? I don't know what he's sitting on. Because I have, if the people are working for me, it's different. Why is body as if they are different entities who are working and obi bound in area trend. But sometimes it could happen because ABI is mama. You understand? So you mama, you work in my firm. You represent me. You work under my authority. In this watch better than I'm working for this company.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you are the one who have the legal document. You might not be the one who has the legal document, but you are working because I've granted you that legal authority. The same like president in our MCE. We didn't vote for the MCE, but the president was authority ni be Ozaman. You understand? So I don't know this situation very well. So if you say them Krofubi now won't the license, but what the Akunta mining license, what they are. Sana nkono nkofunu pona dey prosecute one first na. Maybe Akunta market will be a license and you see we shouldn't talk as if we don't know what it is about license. What's license? You are going to apply for something. You understand?
Near the amount.
Yeah, what the amount. So it's not like make a forest crowd because the license and how many lawyers they be show the license what this is what I have to practice.
For the AG to come to that point to say those two persons now only license to mine means that why any mu I certain say indeed they are not authorized to mine no makoye.
Bibi, on a mature there. If they didn't link it to Akunta mining, I wouldn't have a problem. Because then you say that, why are you here? What gave you the right to be there? Then you say, why should initiate? But immediately they link you to a licensed
mining
company. Then there is an issue. You might need to go more into details. And that's why I'm saying I don't have those details. I don't want to prejudge.
Yeah.
But mama yen rush yen kabingum. By the time na echira some no be church mu no na echira kwa less because it could happen. And obotu want to be there. Bibi obotu about 4 lines is quite akwa adwuma without your knowledge. sometimes.
Because what we know, they say some of these small scale miners and so complain, they say in for invade or more concessions.
Even big companies.
Yes, big mining companies can for invade or more concessions. Emma, or more a problem. Sometimes they report to the police and all of that. But my point is that for the AG to be specific, that must have been say you may be a kosopama while crossing the T's and dotting the I's.
Nancy, in the 2 high courts, and I watch a
yeah. Hey, sir.
Oh, yes.
I thought it was only one high court.
No. 2 different high courts.
Different cases, Anna.
I think that is related, but I don't know how it is. I look forward to how this case unfolds. For me, I have interest. Me interest in there. Really, we want to serve as a deterrent to others. And one year a bit careful in this fight. So the NDC promised that they'll go after kingpins. So if they so feel that Akunta Mining or Chemawun to me has contributed in any form or shape, mining, illegal mining in Kodwa, 98.9. Yes, we want to get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
And it should be dealt with in a way that will serve as a deterrent to others. Whilst we are doing this, when we arrest foreigners who are also kingpins, we should be careful our comment on it. Because when NDC was in opposition, we all criticized Ashawani cases. But when they came to power, Muntaka is on record to say that he would deport them. Sometimes discussion,
which is a policy against the law.
So I mean, maybe in there, until I make it there's all this issue about Galamsey back and forth. Mama, you know, you want to answer. Mama, you say, you know, you on your na ye enjoy and then my ibu chachin.
Okay.
Let's have a better approach in dealing with this. Now, when you're there, or your partisan approach, because Chama to me, I watching. If you want to war MPP internal primaries in the Bimpako Shechi, one man for me back and forth. Oh, mama, the impact you want to get at the end of the day, you don't end up getting it.
Very well. And to help the discourse, this is the background to Chema Wuntumi case. After Erastus here in a story about the Akunta Mining Abuura Samra Boy Forest in the moon. Civil society organizations, led by Ken Ashigbe, went to the IGP then. Kubusani said, this is the report out there. Na again na womo ayafa ho IGP ka kire womo say obia fa complain mi amre womo nti womo de womo twen so be de complain beba
but they were complaining.
Wait, so the CSOs decided to officially make a complaint or file a complaint with the police. Omo so mu de akire sa nkosi we nti aban foforo we baaye no Edoma could renew omo calls on the new IGP said this was a pending matter, and therefore I was almost na omutu swanamo. The AG on Friday said the docket was hidden. Tebeye dema omo, but omo hunu docket ama now we've gotten to the stage of prosecution. So that's by way of background. Koku, let me hear you on these matters.
Yeah, maybe.
MPP promise.
Mekwaba, obenya the opportunity. Yeah. And that's what can is here.
Oh, young comrade, I can say.
Bibi, Michel, chair, Obrin cancer. Any general secretary citizen.
Yeah.
Any actually for any a tifuna enumerate.
Yeah.
Bibi Adubabina. Timamufo cancer. Just as you have given the background, say there are kingpins in illegal mining. Inti ebimu ayachichi omu nyina no omu ye fries like ntotofi wa no mu a any so yan chesi kingpins no.
Yeah.
And in fact, I am one person that me support this idea no say we cannot be following with fries no na.
Yeah.
So the attempt to start the prosecution of Nkubosi Akua MPP for Ashanti Regional Chairman.
Yeah.
yeah, for me and for the government, I believe it's one of those steps, and I request now, and I demand now, social way, civil society organization, it is one of those things. And I believe, say, at the right time, no. Like the rest of them who are there, attack a forest and water bodies now. I'm sure action will be taken on them.
Can we rest assured, say, ebe kati across MPP campaigns in Kwa?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
And you see, I have confidence in President Mahama because he, like, okay, the last time, so any benefit was commitment, like we saw in the past. Who say, you won't see the action. He is different. From the top, you can realize that there is commitment to fight it on his part, and that is I have confidence in him. Say we'll be able to succeed. I will leave that one there. Bibi, second one, the last time President Eshia CSO, yeah. In fact, Okasembi, he said his government is open to criticisms. Some way, somehow, and then the Catalyst newspaper.
Okay, banner headline. Banner headline. My also criticize my government.
Yes.
Mahama urges. Let me space in a minute. Criticize my government. Mahama urges civil society to intensify scrutiny in fight against Galamsey.
Yes. And then banner headline. And in fact, we thought that it is apt. So Obenya president, he's not running away because on what hono and so he will not pretend that he knows it all.
But for somebody like Ken Ashigbe, Onumpo de one criticize it, he made an observation and a call for action.
Yes,
but we saw the action that followed.
I know the contribution of Kennedy Shigbe, how passionate he is and has been for over the period.
Yeah.
And so, Oyene Juma. Yes, Oyene Juma. And I want to leave it at that. The issue about illegal mining, Hydra dreaded. Baby Econo say yanye concerted effort and I yan come buma yen to me and fighting money ye. So that's why that meeting now man penny free last week Friday and I was all for it because it's the only opportunity I like a green chere and synthesization of the ideas between me amanaye. One of the members of the Catholic Bishop Conference leaders, Okasembi or see explanation now man penny dia to abonteno, they were not privy, if I'm paraphrasing, they were not privy to that information. And he said, Sana semnity dia. Then they want to go with what the president is saying. All along, the call has been state of emergency. State of emergency. Let's declare state of emergency. And the president has made a point that he is the president. He can decide to declare a state of emergency, but or declare. He acts on the advice of Security Council. Now, baby, a Security Council no one almost say we do not need a state of emergency to be able to fight the illegal mining. Baby, I was say no, we do not need that. But a do what say you been here state of emergency near there a fight here, and now I'm saying that as we speak, Minister of Forestry, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Eddie Betua Bontin say, and the forests are a security zone.
Red zones.
Red zone. Okay. Security zones.
No, there are 44 forest reserves in the security zones. But there are specific ones marking as red zones.
Na ya intensify illegal mining no a so serious. And I declare, but the point I'm making is that declaration of those areas say a security zone no. Actually say you cannot access those places on your own. Over to me sorry like Bema camp. Installations be or even Bema camp na is a security zone. You cannot by your own will say Bema camp. And if you attempt, you'll be treated as an enemy. That is how it is. Say a general security zone, an red zone. That is what it implies. And I'm saying that near stress a state of emergency, declare state of emergency will last week me can waha in Nkwanta hono above 5 I see will be under to the next morning 6 a.m. And the people are complaining, including members of the media. Say the soldiers cannot even differentiate between media for no any kruma for now stubborn and they are beating everybody.
They need orientation.
So a cue from this. Actually say if you person who impose the idea, you have to be very careful in some of the declaration or implementation. Because soldier need there or no or I don't know whether it's out of frustration or moody, but sometimes yes we are just stubborn. They want to because their training is not the kind police service officers have gotten. So you need to handle people in a peaceful way. The soldiers don't get that kind of training. So sometimes when I hear that call for state of emergency, yes, the situation on the ground, no, all the time I say is an existential threat. A quiet say fast they handle no. It has to be with some brute force. But state of emergency, no, effects, no, we need to look at it because who can say, if you be panu no on water and galamse will be or honebia galamse ni neba beton the brodo. But sometimes, who declare state of emergency, sana, it may affect the other activities within the enclave. So we need to be careful. That's why me say o mampenyi say national security catcher no say we are declaring state of emergency. He has no option to go. And I wish that we grant the president because I realize it's a main concern of yours, just as we will advocacy is the point you are making. But I want us to give the president that opportunity. Say what is really happening. So your results are now and just as you have established, 9 months is on the ground. And they have started this fight from last week. And almost say a Kurobia war talk on Siam, you say that Guinea dump him. And that area has been illegal mining area. Now, I mean a no-go area. But 9 months has been able to invade that territory, almost arresting Crawford. Ejuma Akoso. In fact, Enura, Omuko Aboso, and a community where I say Hoya Gangway and also illegal mining in Okoso, no-go area. They've gone there. As we speak today, forest now 9 you see has been declared more inaccessible, and they've been able to, reclaim all those forests. I mean, the forest officers are able to enter those forests. We are making progress. And now you see, chichi about Chamfan 400, almost easy. Excavators 500. Pumping machine about 1,000. Microphone omu yes ejuma illegal mining no. Yachi omu and they are going through prosecution.
Question. Ne wabubo so nyina emu de hi na ebinsi da.
No, good.
Arrest yachi. Yesizi Chamfans. Yesizi excavators. Yaji omu yashi omu niema ni ade. Is it not the same thing we've been doing all the time?
There is a difference.
Tell me.
And there pumping machines, 1,000, Minister of Agric, Okotakwa, in fact, they loaded them onto trucks. Say,
Oti region.
No.
No,
No, but the point I'm making is we are distributing them to farmers just as the law no as stipulated. Excavators, no.
Some of these farmers are also Galamsey.
Yes. No. Oh no. But so yes. So yeah. Konya everyone so like when we get them, when they get arrested, so we know where to take them to for profitable use.
Okay.
Excavators, no. No. Even though some of them, I say there were issues. Man for say releasing and who about semi investigation. No. There is firm indication that those excavators demand drip so juma for the communities and our various districts. And so no who beba infaso and yes say betina ha na say excavators ayira na mpenyifo aban mpenyimfo amuna omu cheche excavators no mu fa chiri enton. That one will not happen. If it happens, I will be here with you. I will criticize whoever is in charge. Say be a prosecution, you never prosecute ni pana, and so you be prosecute. That is the difference, yeah, because that is the commitment. And to me, I knew we are, and the legacy by President Mahama, that is the question. So I have confidence here. Will be different. Yeah, it says near a year. But you see, yesterday I had an opportunity to meet. Lands and Natural Resource Minister. In fact, not only me, but some other people. And you see, and let me commend him. Because you see, to be a minister and to take up this fight, and your fight, Kitwa.
Yeah.
Because forces no doors. In as much as we are committed.
Including spiritual ones.
I tell you. Yeah. And I told him yesterday, speed now or the airline no the co-parliament pass a yen repeal no and you be bit me yes sir he has done it and then reclamation or today adebi or see reclamation I and here say yes say they have destroyed about 5,500 hectares of land who convert here about 7,500 football pitches in say reclamation no budget na that's no ni that dreams say because scanner say fire no he doesn't have it and in yet problem no say because onu who say o share say reclamation na at least say obi benya dwemboni say ya reclamation wie na wasan ko so wasan ko ye no ho no ye nya san nipa na we can deal with him drastically because who no who say ya reclamation wie na wasan ko ho so who ko ye legal money no. Now, you have just meant to really destroy.
Adena Sikania ne Dajuni say, apply for a small scale license. Uja a percentage of Sikebi Toho.
Exactly.
For reclamation.
Exactly.
So why the state uses that money to reclaim.
Sure.
The people destroying their lands are not just the illegal miners. The small scale miners are equally destroying their lands and they are not reclaiming.
Bibi, in fact, the explanation Miminya Nra say the way small scale miners no posti bond. Ti says kana esa fan to hono.
They don't comply.
Comply, they don't post it.
So what's the Minerals Commission?
So Enti Enra and I don't know whether I have his permission to put this out because what Ochikaye say he's working around the clock to even have the acts, we amended. Name fans and yamani na mu year so that we can have a firm law able to me operate.
But the shemrenim, it's a requirement.
No, yeah, but if
so, say posti bond na maintenance because the Minerals Commission were a database of small scale miners on my concession.
Fine.
Internet so who ne wa posti bond any no posti bond it's just a click of a button.
I agree.
But and you can hold for them and take the money.
Well, so that is another level. But onu baby always say ano. On here budget sikanon what do you call reclamation. But say ano say who say ko chesis ankrofo no ebia as whether we can locate them is another
what no man no concession I want me locating
no but you see
the papers or they buy an address ni phone number
Minerals Commission no there were whole records no whole but aban fufuro na aba ono so nejuma but sebia who say who resources now who pay dia ejuma no you are now going to use the resources to chase those people. You must be chasing the wind and if you don't take care unya results.
Are we saying that say if Minerals Commission revoke small scale mine have been licensed, we need the means to communicate to that small scale mine and say your license has been revoked?
No, or why communicate?
What is this about? I feel no use resources to chase them.
You see, Nipana on comply. So Ceciano, his focus is how do we do reclamation? Because Sikano, you can chase them. That you are chasing them to have like edges Sikano, ebia reclamation. But no, because another
revenue for government.
I agree, but you see, baby, he hasn't explained. I am just trying to get into his mind. Open resources are because the harm has already been caused. But say who spending resources say who purchases and microphone anya resources na ako ye reclamation no. Ebia hona in the difficulty and he has not yet averted his mind to and no. I am unable to speak to it.
Let's move on.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is he is much thinking about how to raise resources, funding to start reclamation. And that is his major, problem and idea on his table now as to how to fund it. And I know at the right time, the program or the reclamation or the baby to abonte.
Was maybe galamsey 415 e was asasi we so machines are omu use to metime machichi womo. I can't get them to reclaim the land upon which I arrested them.
So you may want to uchi omono maybe as part of the punishment, more year reclamation. But when we say no. It is at the time I watch you and we am one chiomu or nebia afena wo coffee so mu reclamation and also is another
we have the opportunity for mobile power IGP task force achichenko for bebre.
Yes.
Masizi excavators bebre. It means that you went physically on the site, you arrested, you seized. Why are they not reclaiming the land? Why are we not making them reclaim the land? So,
Bibi,
President
good idea. So, what was that?
Finance Minister also Ucheska Kessie near the fighting Galam.
Bibi, good idea, but you see, when fighting illegal mining, one is not part of your plan. Say, me chiomua, ebia hona mu reclamation. You see, that's why I love synthesization of ideas. Why idea say uchi microphone you are stopping omu in the acts ebia for prosecution. Let's jail them, let's seize their confiscate their equipment in Yamanyama. But as to how obey reclamation, but maybe from here and no will be factored in say maybe there must be a way for them to even start the reclamation cover some acreage before as part of punishment, all those things, because at the end also you can't be enforcing it.
Reclamation is emra. It is
no, but you see, if you
say how crowd also
great, but what I'm saying is that you cannot be talking about reclamation there. No, but you should be taking them to prosecution.
The point is that you need to set out your objectives before you move.
So
or objectives who they won't reclaim.
That is the point I am making.
They need to add it to the objectives.
Good. So I will say that you have made a fantastic point. I will pass this information on to the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources to consider. And he is very open to ideas to be able to succeed.
Ideas, they say you'll be brave. You'll be ideas be brave.
Sure.
You want to deal with other matters and then I'll go to Mr. for
well, so
I want to me and
for one to me.
So you'll be soon near Samuswana. Ebisa is not showing leadership.
But the honest truth, Dr. Bawumia for a very long time has not demonstrated leadership.
Oh, sir.
Oh, Bibi.
Obi ultimately concede an election in record time.
No.
That is leadership. And
I don't want it is, but say leadership now person or demonstrated. Okay. And in fact, you see, I don't want to take anything away from credit na onya fa ho.
Okay.
But who results na eba bontina, there was nothing Dr. Baumia and his team could have done about the results.
Okay.
But when we see, okay, President Kufuor constitute 2008 quickly, 2012 quickly, and so Bibi, so that for the future and all the year,
okay.
And so, but the real leadership now, from Onu as vice president, so man we better to say, Nyama be a as vice president and
as former vice president.
As former vice president. And then if you just suppose some of those things with Adia Nyamana or Kaka and you realize that Onankasa why confused she will be. And one of them as vice president say we have performed better. And then Oba Bam was you yen Yanyen Yama Bibre into Yapa Timamufocho. You realize that
contradictions.
A lot of contradictions. And that is Dr. Baumia for you. And me, I've been saying, say, no, acquire, say, no, be flag bearer. I mean, it will be much difficult for him now than he was vice president struggling to be, trying to become the flag bearer of the MPP. Than Obebrepa. He has a lot of work to do to become the flag bearer again for the New Patriotic Party.
Chief New Love.
Yeah.
Walk me through your thoughts on these matters.
Well, thank you much. A citizen, a demonstrated so a citizen, and he's trying to fight say Ghana. Bit my fan into my pefra, and when you are my willing to cook, a baby. What you say? I dare know. I say, what tea a besono, one, sir. Now we got two questions. Before then, Galamsey need their coso. Na president Uncle John me say na me friend no because ni offer as if we be me na fofo a ono ankaza o de ma share ne several time ti me friend Uncle John good evening I see evidence na no me ti atinka me be kan ha last week studios and NDC chairman Aguna West woni ni DC eko wono kra de what the drip machine na esan galamsey asemu ena say brew water guard for the call omo de kwoti ya de say omo kwoti omo ka no omo hwe boys no omo hwe boys ni wie gas ni de bie wachi ani atwa wachi ama ndc ni chairman na ka onyame dc ni friend Raymond I say omo catch me tell we wi amema budi number of the videos ni nyina be send ena akwa wie na ogina radio no so a ye ni interview no eno se ha ye kra ye ko DC ono kra na eba no akwa na drip machine we in charge no omo so ni omo bu no omo ena we dey yi for dia ba be kan se si a ye de ma me che manso nyankamase asase ho ntokwa gidi say mining is concession we on forge into amount as a for na eje oje afiri wansem omoje omo de beyede
now when an ema concession obi akoka say major concession
exactly the point enti eno ye moma say munko deal with it bibi
chief
president mama anke mama oni ni team ani nine mufo are they arresting illegal miners and now say omo say yenyai mining organ
they are arresting illegal miners omo ka say mining the ejayo mining the intimi nyai
omo arrest illegal miners
yeah
and teacher man to illegal mining
enye illegal mining as in galamsey nko na offense
okay but that's it na enipa 1400 na ya chi omo I'm kasem question you. Na we ya na we ya no me wa mawuli wa. Enipa 1004 na ya chi wo mo no. Ya can for over 1 month. Omo campaigns ya hemfo.
Eno de enye hunu.
Okay. Excavators ni ya chichi no. Minister Bijina wa kaso de military farm omo land. Omo ness way.
Excavators na military farmer land na nye ne ya chichi. Eye ne abegu port yet to be cleared.
Okay. They ya chi. Omo ness way.
Ye ni mu omo. Enti will be adding.
Yeah, the commitment to fight guarantee. And citizen ama wa so a citizen enti no Mammy taught in be question. Now, the way are Kokunso struggle. No, I was seeing here near can ye. Yeah,
Metie.
Galamsey New Coso. Last Friday, me better still do answer number call CSOs. You make I say a match I do by nothing.
Okay.
Why am I saying so? Because of the raining season, the timidity of the water or our river bodies, no, ebeko from that. And it's a share what Dr. Alasan said, one, it's nothing. Some of them cry, it's not even up to half of the timidity level of the water. Rainy, we are now in Suatui. What say the Sito cry heavy at all in the enclave of Akuba or faint, and I say, yeah, it's not quite a timidity level will come down. And anything that you, yeah, I mean, that's right. Is the reason why we are saying
more.
No, so better because in so no say self cleansing, a cleaning itself, and to say in so form ne cleaning fin. And to be man a conform. Say how much timidity in a level near check here there. So all the light it told in so how it will penetrate any measure. And to say so toners in so papa conform not born in no definitely what the light it told so near. Let's ensue for my dear chamber.
But you're not averting your mind to something.
Yes, I'm listening.
Oh my year, Galamsey no along the river banks.
That's what yes, okay.
Into Insuana air tunnel. It is actually washing not here into the river, and it is worsening it.
I'm even coming there. Those who are doing their lovia, mining on the water. But what I'm saying is baby and where you look at it in India, still in Sutwa. It will still clean the waters.
Well, I'm not a scientist.
Na bibia on history. 1988.
Yeah.
And a year Yura Samjuna. A cofa surface mining by Ghana. PNDC. A passes salon. 1988. That time near yonder Ghana in Kwan. Anything I do is there's no who's in Su no Ghana. And in 1994, NDC, first office. And I'm going at 490, NPA at 490.
NPA?
Yes,
National
NPA.
Petroleum Authority.
No, EPA. Environmental
Protection Agency.
Protection Agency Act. 1994 at 490. Sir, at 490, and the bell at 2462. I lawyers no better no my baby. I may media no. Emergency me to now unim at 9490 no. At 940 no my kwansi etimi mine wo baby a Ghana. Enti Jubilee House kwa ni etimi ya mine wo. Enti tama MPP abane ba no ka se sa atwi se ya mpekwan bia regulate na be kakra ho be kire.
Okay.
And on the be pass at 2462 no. At 2462 gave specific areas yetimi mining, including forest. But baby to say ko be pono so ni normal at 2462 was banning it. No, it's yentimi to yenye mining.
2462, is it an act or an ally?
It's an ally. Yes. There's a friend is a 490 in the act.
Yeah.
So, and this is the background of how surface mining came to Ghana and the various LI and various acts are ABBA. Omoka licensing. Last you may better I said licensing was to regulate the people who were mining. Mind you, after licensing, no dear nearby, they were trying to group the people and have community mining. And Nipa 8 to crash and your community man and no commission. Community man yeah. Ijai Galamsey. Ijai illegal mining. And it's a whole year commitment to fight illegal mining. The Mauliti say Lance Minister catching say NDC is not committed. The government itself is not committed. Why are you are asking me where are you going to get money to reclaim lands? When you are in opposition standing all around on a campaign platform, say, yen declare state of emergency for illegal mining, no? And I say Galamsey, no? Now, we see this kind of reclaim land. Finance Minister Bidna Parliament no way budgeting. Now, we see a pesca, Eda reclamation. What intrigued me is when Minister Nibijna, a lands minister, said corporate Ghana should contribute. I have no problem with that. And Galamsey near say fighting. What is the plan? You even suggested some to them just now. What's the watching Nipa 1,400? In fact, we reclaim 9 forest areas. We reclaim here she needed there. So what permit to munya illegal mining, right? That's how I reclaim. There's no forest in Ghana or reclaim. Go there. There are people in the forest mining today.
Bobako.
Minister Abedin about forest building.
Nti den na indigenous
officer. Nti me ka say, wo mo begina ho minister na was wa reclaim 9 forests and wa mo ba kudi. Na me so mo ye guys, so we me mo di bibi. Me mo di njire ndi na nche. Minister dey na list no. Former me na me bo ba bi o mo ye Galamsey ni nchiro. Minister, or not the Minister of State too. Minister of State.
At the minister's accountability series, about forest reserves.
I can make the Friday no more year and Minister Bejina or say what claim 9. And I asked that question until say accountability by Bejina or no okay. And I may say, baby, I was so reclaiming crop for a Galamsey. Or Palmian for plain, young friend you. No tries I might reclaim no see for one question. Galamsey I knew. A bin out the trail, man. Say, what's the watching Nipa 1,004 de so musa. 1,004 for 8 years of Akufo Nipa say no chiwom. When Akufo was arresting Galamsey, Akufo any former mineral commission. Ekojina awasa say next day President Mama when election 2020 omumra no me omomani. Ni kruma individuals.
This year.
Politicization of illegal mining and as a destroyer for our water bodies and our lands is supposed to cease and it's supposed to cease now. At 2023, no, we say by 10 years, we import water. By the close of 2020, middle of this year, 2025, almost the next 5 years, already in the import, we began.
Oh, did that?
I said,
did you say $11 million in a spend I think 2 years ago to import water?
And
we are there already.
A something, a same your mind, a caution. Not when persecution of opposition leaders.
Won't me arrest near persecution? The prosecution near persecution.
Chairman.
Me too.
Won't you? Why not me favorite? Why not? Oh, now will you Casana me do them?
Abujina posi
wa Casana me niya. Na ma tu kwan.
Haya na tie. Ko
ani. Ada na me o me ka me nya asem po. Wa asase.
Sen komo na yedi.
Ko komo woni me di ko wa bisa masem. Abujina posi sa question say bo forest di uti bo.
Abujina posi.
Emri ni license. Wo si oni license.
Yemrisa.
Yeah. A boy forest. They see here. I'm here privy to. There was a company who was doing illegal logging. Say illegal logging, so illegal logging. He was doing logging. At the concession went to me, Aji. And yet, Akufo-Addo time, that concession was given to me 2010, 2011.
Okay.
When an air president?
John Mahama.
Atamus.
Yeah, 2010.
And I went to meet a Jason concession. And who sent Crawford and the company in the corner who said, I call we a login. So the can't be a complaint, I said, I be the concession, Amana, or no way any login. And they want to meet charges, one said logging. See, just what Bubunia. Illegal felling of trees.
How can you mine without logging or felling trees?
There was a company who was doing that logging. Obianim company. One of the biggest financiers of their party. And he didn't cram them. Or no, and no call on illegal miners and call what it said 5 acres, they my illegal miners. And they know. And Nana lawyer Tia no say people have been mentioned They are in this country and we can't find them. The company is there. They know. Now, on no quantum mining now, yes, small scale no. We're doing a concession and Crawford come wako now all boys say yanching Crawford and net on whom na be villain on whom na be victim. Me say go to Mineral Commission. Now for a boy forest no. At the time I did concession in my
per the charge sheet, a quantum mining had a concession.
Exactly the point. I don't know make catch and one
No, license to mine. To
No,
enter the forest.
But who said it was a quantum mine? Who was mining? What kind of charges now?
One of the charges in say omo concession ye de ama wo mo no. Omo de ama wo bi without taking approval from the minister. So it tells you that they had a concession. The accusation of the agent is say concession no omo de ama nkofo mu need license to mine. So no, Quantum Mining had a concession.
No. But Bibi, you listen to Abu Jinapo, Lance and Natural Minister.
What's Abu Jinapo? What's Abu Jinapo? Abu Jinapo is it the law? Is Abu Jinapo the law?
To me, I'm not Quantum Mining any license.
In this case is that they had a concession, but they gave it to somebody without approval. No, that is Dominic Ayini's case now. Why don't we deal with that? I don't know what
we are cameras. I'm also
money. Emre sir. News for the permit.
Ya cameras. I'm also street massive. And no cry. Jinapo say no. And one sem kakaka. I hear fan and who is saying to me any concession. One to me had that concession. I'm 2010, 2011. Go and check from Mineral Commission. Enna enipa na ono wire login wo ho no etwetwa assassin 5 acres. So when the contaminant went there to go and mine the soil, they decided to block the place. Anything that some of the video boons and not soldiers, any forest guard in war, they were rather preventing illegal miners to enter the forest. Because we need as I know court now me no edu baby a untimi no waye mosuma kwetre kutana but this is in the case of political persecution. Your chini ko Yuruko, their charges near them born. Okay.
98.9.
Okay.
Men kai vividly.
A koya bedrew money laundering. I feel you say what stolen cash. Me wa. Any political persecution there. They say an cast about 15 or months.
And so
Tio, baby. Papa when a born was see, and maybe Baba my daughter and young cons so and Quasum baby. Now, Uncle Quasi Plan cannot sing me. Yard were cannon fantin no monica, or says every phone, sir.
Now,
now, power is not absolute. Say, I hear Uncle John, absolute president. Getting 2/3 of parliament, more than 2/3 control parliament. Now he has succeeded in removing Tokono as Chief Justice or the one in the power and he controls the executives. If NDC and President Mahama want to fight illegal mining, it cannot come better time than this.
All right.
Because everything is at the disposal of area President John Mahama.
Right. Quick one, Yanko.
But me, baby, I'm uko mining areas in Libya. Weapons so use.
Yeah.
It is said the ya illegal mining. I'm an edru. Bolly enclave as you see tributaries of
the Black Volta
is being affected.
Yeah.
And no kahon and then you see stakeholders meeting for tariff increase adjustments.
All right. Dr. Baumia.
Dr. Baumia, when in the national, Dr. Baumia.
And then here, I'm running to citizens who beat me a bite.
Okay. Dr. Baumia. Me the first time I apologize, me nina nyadwin.
Okay.
Na baby ode kono. A hot true. Na. I'm sending Crawford 98.9. Now, Benny Pama Becassa, or me here Casai, because or a potential candidate to Betty Assembly leading New Patriotic Party. Oh, yes, our more ammunition to our opponents.
Okay.
already we have issues to deal with. MPP defeat in 2024 a combination of a lot of factors.
Okay.
So Obekaya, 2020 election, we lost a lot of votes in the coastal areas and mining areas. And 2024, it continued, and it was massive. One area, dear Kofo. Seka Ejuma, any normal kakranka, MPP had there.
Okay.
Because government awanya there, on GDP. And I say a GDP growth of over 5%.
Inti nyoka no
government awanya there. Untimi nya foreign reserve of over 8.89 billion.
So no be any asem.
No so be
any problem so am.
Obi antu ni asem. But to demonstrate leadership, your followers say omu attacking Crawford unnecessary. Esenka utimi tu omu for.
Okay.
Because a lot of them, I don't want to be mentioning names because sometimes in the crowd, it doesn't make MPP attractive.
Okay.
Na there's no control. Even General Secretary to me invite me to me catch a so to me makangaru committee. New Patriotic Party will be a drone. Na maka na masa kan wa mafi
do sex
chairman Peter Lagite ya chairman aje ni mboati ye General Secretary and say even recent time na now into ne Dambotwemu.
Who born dog? Na baby ababedri. Debi amdema no tum say to say the acting chairman Chairman Buti. None of the national executive supposed to be in the office on next elections because they have shown gross incompetence. First you go, mommy. Citizen, a quick bite at this news, sorry, so.
Dr. Baumia. You see, I'm sad for him because I feel that he could have been finer than it is now.
Okay. By now, dear.
Into Mammy came. Mama Vamu into Master mean to Nembo Mesren. I understand. It looks like when he hears from his people, he talks about it publicly.
Yeah.
Some of his people told me that Nkofuni bia work campaign. Why should I want for one D campaigning because
no more problem.
One ye full ward district ward constituencies in
the party.
You understand? If they take them anywhere, they will lose. Until they are part, but one day or more one day nim. Meti the master me in your hours. Na meti the orca.
Okay.
And it looks like most of the times, if you listen to him, it looks like conversations that is happening
behind
like
the scenes.
Now, it forms part of what he says. Poncho.
Onye diplomatic.
Poncho. Mini problem.
Citizen Atodazi is his name. Koku Mawuli Nanagbe also join us from the NDC's Comms Bureau and of course opening offering cancer new love. Obrin cancer new love. Ejinamuma, the new patriotic party or a former aide to the Honorable Kofi Kunedu Aprekon. Menso me your aide at the Biame Baba Sumo our radio so. Bidene Bismark Brown, many thanks to the team. Up next, a happy Kasiabo. And you may know, see, na Kasiabo no dear pa na